A very warm welcome back to the fish room. Today we thought we'd do a tank tour of one of our 3 planted display aquariums and give you a quick catch up on what we've been up to. With this aquarium the goal was simple. We wanted a lush planted setup that looks unreal close up, but still grabs your attention from across the room. So the stocking is all about intense colour and contrast. Community mid-size fish that bring the whole tank to life with bright flashes, tight shoals, and constant movement. Even from here you can see what we were going for, that dense jungle look, loads of texture, and fish colours that pop against the plants. So this is a dual 450 litres, roughly 119 US gallons. We removed the internal filter and are running an external canister in the cabinet. This aquarium's been running for about 7 months now, and this is the bit that always gets people talking. We don't use CO2 and haven't performed any water changes on it. We've just topped it up as and when it needs it. Substrate wise, it's a layer of pond soil capped with sand, so the plants can really root in and go mad. And once it settles in, you get that proper lush, established look, and everything just starts to click. Lighting wise, we're still using the original dual fluorescent tubes, but we've boosted it with a Chihiro's WRGB2 as well. That extra light makes a massive difference. It really brings out any reds in the fish, so they almost look marine, and it gives the plants a proper boost. Stocking wise, first up we've got our black ruby barbs. There are 12 males in here and 2 females. We actually bred these ourselves, so we were able to hold back a bigger group of males. That vivid red and black colour combination is probably our favourite, and these are easily in our top 10 fish. The only downside is the females just aren't anywhere near as dazzling as the males. And sticking with red and black, next up is the red-tailed black shark. This one's basically an original in the fish room. He's been with us since we started YouTube, so about 6 years now, and he's properly become a bit of a family favourite. I've always had at least one red-tailed black shark in my tanks since I got into fish keeping as young as 5, and I genuinely don't think that'll ever change. They've just got that presence, jet black body, that red tail, and they cruise around like they own the place. Next up we've got another one of our top 10 species, the Denison barb. There are a total of 10 of them in this tank. They're still young at the moment, so they don't fully pop from across the room yet, but once they size up, that group is going to look seriously impressive. A couple do have slight deformities, but they're doing fine, they look great, and they still shoal nicely. That's kind of the reality sometimes when you order fish online. You don't get to handpick the best of the bunch like you can in a shop. But overall, we're really happy with them. Down at the bottom, tucked away among the crypts and the dwarf Sagittaria, we have 12 coolie loaches. These aren't the kind of fish you're going to notice from across the room, or even see that often if I'm being honest. But they're perfect for nosing around the substrate, flicking little bits of debris up into the water column so it can get picked up by the filter, instead of just sitting there and building up in dead spots. Who doesn't love a coolie loach just randomly poking its head out of the plants like it's checking what's going on? For some awesome yellow, we moved our 6 golden barbs into this display aquarium, and these really do pop, close up and from across the room. They're peaceful, hard as nails, and that vivid yellow is perfect for breaking up all the red tones of the other fish. We have a trio of red panda barbs in here which we bred in a previous video a while back now. The Chihiro's light just makes these guys look insane. These barbs are an incredibly easy fish to breed, and they are non-stop spawning in here. Lastly, fish-wise, we've temporarily placed one of our Endler colonies in here, while we move a few things around in the fish room. They'll be going back into their own setup once everything's shuffled around, as I think the tank looks a little too busy currently. The only hardscape in this aquarium is some bits of bogwood and Corbus catfish root, so just woods basically. Plant-wise at the back, we have Cryptocorain balansae, which will eventually cover the 3D background, but is a bit of a slow grower compared to other background plants, especially Vallisneria, which we have a ton of in one of our other display aquariums. We also have some guppy grass that we're kind of using as a background plant, but long term we'll remove as it's a bit of a pest when it takes root and can smother other plants if not kept in check. On the wood, we have attached some Goldanubius, and the front is a combination of various crypts, dwarf Sagittaria, and in pride of place in the center front, we have some great Cryptocoryne nuri orange line. Again, just to reiterate, we haven't used any CO2 or fertilizers other than the pond soil at any point in this setup. Non-fish species wise, we have a ton of random coloured neo shrimp kicking around that got transported over with some plants and seem to be doing better than I would have thought based on the larger fish stocked in this tank. So that's about it for this setup, guys. If you have any questions, thoughts or opinions on this aquarium, let us know in the comments. As always, please do take care of yourselves, and we will see you in another video soon.